Before Beyoncé was Queen Bey, she was just a kid, surrounded by hairspray clouds and the relentless hum of hairdryers. Imagine little Beyoncé standing on a stool because she was too short, trying to hand curlers to clients twice her size. The hair salon wasn't just a workplace, it was her training ground. While others saw hairs and brushes, she saw microphones and spotlights. Every shampoo bottle became a microphone stand, and every comb a magic wand of destiny. Beyoncé's mom, Tina Knowles, owned the salon, and it was basically a stage disguised as a workplace. Imagine Beyoncé turning shampoo sessions into Broadway rehearsals, dramatically flipping imaginary hair while the clients clapped, confused but entertained. Customers came for a blow-dry, but left with a private concert. Beyoncé didn't just sweep hair from the floor, she swept people off their feet with performances that nobody paid for, but everyone remembered. In this environment, Beyoncé learned more than how to detangle hair. She learned discipline, charm, and the art of winning over an audience, even when that audience just wanted their bangs trimmed. Picture her brushing someone's hair, but singing like she's headlining at Madison Square Garden. The client nods politely, pretending this is normal. Beyoncé didn't see curlers and combs. She saw rehearsals for world domination, one split end at a time. And let's be honest, a hair salon is like the United Nations of gossip. Every secret, every scandal, every neighborhood drama passed through those doors. Beyoncé was a quiet spy, listening to endless soap operas while pretending to sweep the floor. Imagine little Beyoncé absorbing all this drama like Wi-Fi, later turning it into fierce performances filled with mystery, heartbreak, and sass. Her future songs were practically born between shampoo bowls and curling irons. So, before the glitter, before the Grammy trophies, Beyoncé's kingdom was a small salon in Houston, filled with rollers, gossip, and ambition. She didn't need a throne yet, she had a swivel chair. And every time she spun it, she imagined an audience screaming her name. The salon didn't just style hair, it styled Beyoncé's future. And with every snip, spray, and song, Queen Bey was being quietly born. Beyoncé wasn't just helping out at the salon. She was inventing choreography between aisles of conditioner bottles. While other kids played hopscotch, she choreographed elaborate routines with blow dryers as backup dancers. Imagine her staging a full Destiny's Child rehearsal in front of the mirror while a customer was mid-hair dye. Her confidence was bigger than the salon itself, and every client got a sneak peek at the future Beyoncé, whether they asked for it or not. But life at the salon wasn't all glamour and rehearsals. Sometimes Beyoncé had to do the unglamorous stuff, like picking up clumps of hair that looked like defeated wigs crawling across the floor. She did it with grace, though. Imagine Beyoncé holding a dustpan like it was an award, striking a pose with her Best Hair Collector trophy. Even sweeping became a performance. The salon wasn't a place where dreams went to die. It was where Beyoncé practiced turning even boring chores into entertainment. Sometimes Beyoncé sang so loudly while working that customers thought there was a hidden radio playing. Imagine an old lady under a giant hairdryer thinking the music came from the machine, not from Beyoncé's 12-year-old lungs. Her voice filled the salon like perfume, unstoppable, sweet, and impossible to ignore. And once you heard it, you knew she wasn't meant to stay in that salon forever. The salon also gave Beyoncé something every star needs, an audience that doesn't sugarcoat. Clients told the truth, brutally. "Baby, your singing's cute, but I just want my highlights right." That kind of feedback built Beyoncé's resilience. She learned that not everyone would clap, and that was okay. It made her hungry, sharper, funnier. By the time she hit a real stage, Beyoncé had already faced the harshest critics, women with wet hair waiting for their turn. If childhood is where you find your superpowers, Beyoncé's were all charged in that salon. Voice, check. Confidence, check. Ability to turn shampoo commercials into full concerts, double check. The salon wasn't just her mom's business, it was her boot camp, her school, her stage, and her kingdom of chaos. And somewhere between the scissors and the gossip magazines, Beyoncé's destiny got a blowout. and walked out fabulous. Every great performer trains like an athlete, and Beyoncé's arena was the Salon. She treated every task like an Olympic event. Who could pass the most curlers in under 10 seconds? Beyoncé. Who could dodge falling hairpins without breaking character? Beyoncé. Who could sing Ave Maria while holding a hairdryer in one hand and hairspray in the other? Beyoncé. The Salon was her stadium, and she was undefeated, winning gold medals in multitasking before she even hit high school. The chairs in the Salon spun like carnival rides, and Beyoncé turned them into her personal amusement park. She would spin customers like roller coasters while singing at full volume. Imagine dizzy ladies stumbling out of the chair with new curls and blurred vision, clapping like they had just left a Beyoncé concert. The Salon wasn't just a place to fix split ends. It was a theme park powered by Beyoncé's imagination and hairspray. Of course, Beyoncé's hair salon Olympics weren't without accidents. Sometimes the hairspray cloud got so thick it looked like a Beyoncé fog machine. Customers would cough, wave their hands, and she'd keep singing through the mist like a goddess emerging from smoke. It was dramatic, theatrical, and slightly toxic, but unforgettable. Even then, Beyoncé knew how to make an entrance, even if it meant choking the audience just a little. And let's not forget her sense of fashion. Beyoncé raided the Salon supply closet for accessories, turning foil wraps into futuristic hats and capes. Picture her walking around with tin foil shining like diamond armor, calling herself the Foil Queen. It looked ridiculous, but also fabulous. The clients laughed, but Beyoncé laughed louder, proving that even a foil wrap could look like couture if you wore it with confidence. By now, it was obvious. Beyoncé wasn't just learning to work in a salon. She was building a fantasy world where every blow-dry was a spotlight, every roller was a crown, and every sweep of the broom was applause waiting to happen. The Salon wasn't just preparing her for fame. It was secretly her rehearsal space for becoming a cultural icon. And everyone who ever got a trim there, they witnessed history in curlers. While Beyoncé was perfecting her salon routines, her mom Tina secretly knew this wasn't just childhood play. She saw the fire, the drama, the endless hunger to perform. Imagine Tina rolling her eyes while Beyoncé lip-synced to the sound of hair clippers. But inside, she knew this wasn't just another kid pretending to be famous. Tina was styling hair for clients while styling destiny for Beyoncé, one cornrow at a time. Clients began noticing too. They'd say, "That girl's gonna be somebody." One lady came in for highlights and left telling her friends she just saw the future queen of pop sweeping the floor. Beyoncé was becoming a legend before she even recorded a single note. The Salon was more than a workplace. It was the first fan club meeting. Customers left not just with new hair, but with stories of the girl who sang like thunder. But Beyoncé's fame in the making wasn't always glamorous. There were shampoo disasters, like when bubbles overflowed and turned the salon into a foam party. Customers slipped, laughed, and Beyoncé turned it into choreography, sliding across the floor like a superstar on stage. Even in chaos, she found rhythm. Even in mess, she found music. The salon wasn't neat. It was a playground of unpredictable comedy, and Beyoncé was the star clown. Then came the day when Beyoncé's rehearsals began spilling outside the salon. She was joining talent shows, rehearsing with Destiny's Child, but still returning to her salon kingdom after school. Imagine her winning a contest and then running back to sweep hair as if nothing happened. Fame was peeking in, but the broom still needed Beyoncé. The balance was absurd. Superstar in training by night, hair collector by day. By now, Beyoncé wasn't just Beyoncé. She was becoming Beyoncé T-May. And everyone in that salon knew it before the world did. They saw her train, stumble, shine, and conquer long before the cameras arrived. Her kingdom was made of mirrors, brushes, and gossip magazines, but it was enough to crown her the queen in training. The hair salon was never just a workplace, it was the birthplace of an empire. Eventually, Beyoncé stepped out of the salon and onto real stages. But the lessons from that small Houston shop followed her everywhere. Discipline, charisma, timing. They weren't taught in music school, they were taught between blowouts and gossip. Every Grammy speech, every halftime show, every jaw-dropping performance, part of it belonged to that salon chair, spinning like a throne. The Queen wasn't built in a studio, she was built in hairspray. Even now, when she flips her hair on stage, it carries the memory of the salon flips she practiced as a kid. That perfect whip, born from dodging hairdryers and foil wraps, that unstoppable energy, trained by sweeping floors with choreography. Beyoncé didn't just escape her salon roots. She carried them, polished them, and turned them into fireworks. And maybe that's why Beyoncé never forgets where she came from. The hair salon wasn't just her first job, it was her first audience, her first critics, her first stage. Without curlers, foils, and shampoo bottles doubling as microphones, there might not be a Queen Bey. Fame didn't start with a record deal, it started with a broom and a blow dryer. Today, when people see Beyoncé in her golden gowns, they rarely imagine the kid sweeping up other people's hair. But that's exactly why her story matters. It's proof that greatness can come from the most ordinary places. A salon isn't just a salon when destiny walks through the door. It's a throne room in disguise. And Beyoncé turned that disguise into a crown. So yes, before she was Queen Bey, Beyoncé was the Princess of Curlers, the Duchess of Hairspray, and the Empress of Salon Gossip. And maybe, just maybe, every time she looks at a comb, she remembers where her empire truly began. From curlers to crowns, from hairpins to history, Beyoncé proved one thing: even legends start with split ends.